Survival and Basic Badass Podcast after show. So, anyway, all kinds of things going on. Still drama in Israel, still whatever. But one of the things we touched on in the episode is increased terror threats is what we keep hearing about in the US, that
Right.
with all the drama and excitement going on over in Israel, that the FBI is worried about increased threats in the US. Now, there were some kind of people being spotted, what, Iranians coming over the border or something. What'd you read? What's the meat on that?
Yeah, I heard a lot of headlines, like a lot of scary headlines, but there wasn't a lot of meat to these stories. So
Okay.
there were 4 Iranians that were apprehended crossing the border. 2 were on the terror watch list. I mean, obviously, you don't have to be on the terror watch list to be a terrorist. Who fucking knows what these guys were up to?
Yeah.
You know, there was not 151 Iranians. That was a number that I heard floated around there.
Okay. Yeah. I
There are
did hear that.
151 people on the terror watch list that were apprehended trying to cross the border, but only 4 of them were actually Iranians.
Now, is it possible we're on this terror watch list? Isn't it one of those that you don't know you're on it until?
I think 90% of the people on this planet are on the United States terror watch list. You know, it doesn't take much to get on that list.
Because they're always like, oh, yeah, that guy, he was on our list. I mean, we were watching him. Like, we didn't watch him enough to stop him, but, you know.
We watch everybody, but we don't actually, we're not actually watching them. We're watching out for them.
Now, I have to point out, I didn't catch this till now, but Slowburn suggested that maybe we get some badass body armor that we sell.
I like that idea.
That's something worth looking into.
Make some homemade stuff.
Homemade? Was it got to be homemade, or can we just get some like kind of? Well, he says get a CNC plasma table and cut out some 500 steel. Yeah, hey, that could work. Anyway, and then because it turns out like a lot of the cool places, like including my body armor, like I have premium, we'll say, body armor, and the tag's like made in China, and I'm like, what? Dude, I got did I tell you this? I got a Harley Davidson shirt the other day. We had gotten gift cards from like Harley because we got a bike or whatever. People are like, oh yeah, you gotta, we'll send you a gift card every year for Christmas. Well, I'm not like I'm gonna wear Harley Davidson clothing kind of guy typically. So we had saved up like 5 years worth of gift cards from birthdays and Christmas and whatever. So it turns out like 5 years worth gets you like a sweatshirt.
Right.
Or something,
How much is a Harley Davidson sweatshirt? Let me ask you that. Because
a small woman size Harley sweatshirt rocks you about $90.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And a long sleeve t-shirt material shirt was about $55. So we get these shipped out and sent out and whatever, and I think it was like $30 shipping or something, but whatever. We had to use up these gift cards. I was afraid they were gonna, expire or whatever. And sure, it's awesome, whatever. But I check it out, and it ends up being it ends up made in China, like right there.
Of course it is. Yeah.
It's like I don't mind. Like you can get quality stuff that's made in China. And I gotta say, it's a nice shirt. And the wife,
well, for $90, it should be
right. Wife really likes the sweatshirt. Like they're pretty cool, but I feel like for that premium price, I could get made in America, at least from a company that kind of prides themselves on like being a symbol of America, kind of thing.
Right. You're gonna find out next that the Harley Davidson itself is made in fucking China.
Oh yeah, well, we won't talk about that. They have issues, but.
Yeah.
Now I do see a lot of headlines about electric cars that are like, oh, not such a good idea. But then when I read the article, I'm like,
man, if I
just went off headlines, yeah,
I would be completely inaccurate in most of my ideas and thoughts.
Yes.
You read the article and you're like, oh, that headline has nothing to do with what the actual reality says.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, do we need like a special? Maybe you guys know. Do I need like an FFL to make body armor? Is that some kind of controlled item now? That
Probably it is. I'd
because right,
imagine it is. Yeah.
I know in New York you had to like have an FFL to sell like pepper spray. Like
Yeah.
here we sell it at like Lowe's, but you know,
Yeah.
for you commies over there,
Yeah.
you
New
need like
York, you can't do a goddamn thing in this state. You know, they did legalize nunchucks last year, and
yes,
I
yeah.
am in. But I mean, honestly, how often are you busting out the nunchucks to fight off
Kevin,
somebody? You know what I mean?
I bet you're busting out the nunchucks more often than
Yeah.
not. That's what
You're
I'm saying.
if you're trying to figure out how to use nunchucks, you're a lot more likely to give yourself a concussion than somebody else.
Yes, that's always my fear. Like you just, you know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah. But I
buy
mean,
the nunchucks and the butterfly knives and the
yeah.
whatever.
Most of the cool shit that I got over the years was not bought in the United States, believe it or not. I think the knuckle dusters, the brass knuckles that I had, I don't own them anymore
No,
because
whoa,
I'm in New
whoa,
York State.
Kevin.
No, no. But I got
All
those
this stuff.
in France, actually, which I
Yeah.
always thought of France is like you don't have that sort of shit. But switchblade knives, stilettos, all that shit, I just bought from a store and
Man. Dude, have you seen the videos like in France have like mile long France, Germany, London, all these pro Hamas
mhm,
rallies and
yeah.
death to the Jews and the whole thing. You know,
Uh-huh.
they're all in over there. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of but I mean a small amount of people make a lot of noise and the cameras follow
The
the
noise.
the angry people, right?
Well, that's it, the thing. I mean, it's the sensationalism, it's
Mhm.
when you say something that people are like, I knew it. That's what I've been thinking. Those are what get the clicks, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
50 people out of 10 million showed up, to a rally and
right.
all the cameras are
And
surrounding, you know
that
what I
one
mean?
in the White House that was a pro Hamas, or sorry, the Pentagon, not the White House.
Was it
Well,
the Pentagon?
it was Pentagon.
Mhm.
And they showed and they were like, "Yeah, it's just like January 6th." And then the camera zooms out and it's like 12 people in the middle of the room with
Right, and they all just
you're like,
sat down,
that's
and now
that's
you gotta drag them out. It ain't like, they're,
not really
throwing
January
a
6th,
riot. Yeah, it's not like they're running around smashing shit. They're just sitting on the floor and refusing to get up and leave, It ain't really a riot,
Yeah,
but whatever.
that's it. But anyway, that's about the excitement for the week. And we do appreciate you guys listening and sticking with us because, you're awesome. You're the hardcores, right? So, with that, appreciate it. Stay safe